So I think I'll start recording my recovery every day. So today is day 7 post-op of my vaginal hysterectomy, and everyone was telling me, oh, it wasn't going to be as bad as, having an abdominal hysterectomy. And, it's probably not, because I didn't get cut open right there, but they did go inside of my woman area, and let's just say, they had to pull my uterus and my cervix and a big ass fibroid out of that area. And they don't just, it's not like it's just floating in there. They have to cut it and sew things back together. So my pain level right now is probably about a 6, 7. For the first couple of days after the morphine wore off, it was kind of rough in the hospital. I had bad gas and it was extremely uncomfortable. I could not sleep whatsoever. I got home and it was still pretty much the same, like bad gas. I finally was able to, get a little more comfortable. Or I just yesterday, which was post-op day 6, was able to pass gas on my own because it just was not coming out. And I still feel really bloated. My stomach is still really sore. I have this guy that I ordered because it was on my discharge papers for me to wear. It's an, what is this thing called? It's an abdominal binder. So basically, I just put it on me and I wrap it around me, and it kind of holds my stomach in place so that my organs aren't in there just going haywire and bouncing all over the place, since everything has to find a new position since I no longer have a uterus and a cervix.
I don't want to die in Jumanji. We just got to stick together. If we do that, we can win.
Would I recommend this?
Oh my God.
I mean, if you had to have a hysterectomy, I would recommend, let me rephrase that. If you qualified for a partial hysterectomy, because I got a partial. I still have my fallopian tubes and I still have my ovaries. So I didn't have to get a full hysterectomy. They just took my uterus, my cervix, and I had a pretty large fibroid. They took that. So if you had to have a partial hysterectomy vaginally, I probably would recommend it more than the abdominal one. I still have a 6 to 8 week healing process. I don't have I won't have a scar or anything like that. I don't have any staples. I have all dissolvable stitches that are inside of me. So, yeah.
Okay, Alex, what do we do here? How do we get past
It's been a journey. I turned 36 on May 13th, and May 15th I was in surgery having a vaginal hysterectomy due to losing too much blood. I was having a menstrual period twice a month, and I was wearing an ultra tampon and an overnight pad together. And the ultra tampon is like the biggest tampon that there is. and I still had to go to the bathroom every 30 to 45 minutes, and I would still leak. So I was bleeding a lot. My hemoglobin had dropped down to 6.2, which is really, really dangerous. You know, it's bad for your organs, it's bad for your heart, it's bad for your body. Um, in October, I had to get a blood transfusion, and when I left the hospital, I went in at 6.2 and I left, I was at a 9, and gradually it went up to a 10. I have never been higher than a 10. So they put me on Depo Provera, the birth control, to try to stop the bleeding so that I could, you know, kind of live a normal life and be more comfortable or whatever in my skin. And that did not work. It turned out that it made me bleed every day continuously. So I told the doctor, you know, I don't want to be on it anymore. So they took me off of it. They sent me to get an ultrasound done on my uterus and abdomen area to find out what was going on that could have been causing the bleeding. And come to find out, there was a large fibroid that he said measured the size of a 3-month embryo. So basically, it was like my uterus was holding a 3-month embryo, like I was 3 months pregnant. Plus, I think I had smaller ones on my uterus as well. So we did a surgery in March. It was March. Actually, it was 7 weeks ago. And we did the endometrial ablation and the laparoscopy, whatever, however you say that. We did 3 different procedures in one surgery, which is basically where they go inside of your uterus and they cauterize, you know, your uterus lining so that it's supposed to stop the bleeding. So I had that done in March, and they told me, you know, for 3 weeks you'll have light to no spotting, and then, you know, if the procedure works, then it'll stop. If it fails, then you'll keep bleeding. Of course, the way my luck runs, it failed, and I bled for 6 weeks. And I got to the point where my doctor had told me to come back in June, and he was going to do a follow-up, you know, to see how the procedure was working. But I just kept bleeding, and I had already went to my other doctor, and she was like, you know, if it doesn't stop, call the doctor, let him know, don't wait because you'll lose too much blood. So I did that week before last, and I was in week 5 post-op of that surgery. Then that week I cleared week 6 of post-op, and my doctor is super, super good, and I'm so thankful for him because he didn't push me out like months down the line or anything. He got me right in, got my surgery done. So when I went to him week before last, he's like, okay, well, when do you want to do it? And I was like, as soon as possible. I didn't think it was going to be this soon. I thought it would be like, you know, like June or something. So he's like, okay, well, I'm going to set you up for May 15th. Is that fine? And I told him, yeah, and I explained to him, you know, how much time would I need down before I could drive or anything. He told me at least 3 weeks. So,
it's 1996.
Yeah, I will be done cleared my 3 weeks the week of my graduation.
That's right.
So I'll be healed enough to walk across the stage and get my degree, and then after that it'll be kind of like back in the bed type thing. Like I won't be tip top yet, so, but I'll still be able to walk. But
No, you guys are messing with me, right?
Yeah, it's just been a really lengthy journey for me with this whole bleeding thing, and I don't know, like, I think if I would have had a crappy doctor, I probably would,
But still fly.
I don't know, it's hard to say. Like, sometimes I feel like I would be dead probably because my hemoglobin would have dropped so low because my primary care physician did not check my blood and my hemoglobin regularly. So he just kept saying, "Oh, you're anemic. Just take the iron." He never looked into why I was anemic, what was causing the anemia, what was causing my hemoglobin to drop, nothing. And then I got this doctor, and she just got like right on it, got me right in for the blood transfusion, got me referred to the OBGYN, so that I can get the other surgeries done. And I'm just really thankful for them too, because I feel like they saved my life so that, I can be around for my family and my children and everything. So every day I'm gonna come on here and try to talk to you guys and let you guys know a little bit more about me and my situation, and hopefully it'll get better. This is my first video, and I'm still in pain, so I don't really want to sit up or anything. It's kind of more comfortable or for me to just lay down right now, but
She's forgotten all of our training.
I'm gonna come on and talk to you guys every day and keep you updated on, the pain, the recovery,
I have to tell you about this book that I've been reading.
different stuff.
About microbiology. Which is one of
Oh,
my,
I'm sorry. That hurts too. Like when you cough, it hurts. So, tomorrow I will probably go more into depth on things that were left out that, the doctor didn't tell me and people didn't tell me about the recovery and about the surgery that I'm slowly learning and figuring out on my own. But until then, bye guys. Love you.